Hello and welcome to Play RP. I'm Oliver and I'm joined by Alex, Niall, and Lewis.
Hello.
Hello,
Lewis?
Lewis.
He said
Yeah,
hello.
I said
Oh,
Did
hello.
I
he?
didn't hear him.
No, neither did
Oh,
I.
that's well mean.
No, it must have been layered underneath the devices. Welcome to Play RP. This is the PTR show, our sometimes bi-weekly show where we do news, discussion, and sometimes a wee little game. What have we been up to, fellas?
Go on, Alex. What have you been up to?
A lot of Pokemon. Not gonna lie. We'll talk about that a lot later. I've completed Ghost of Yote though, which is a fantastic game. It literally shits on Ghost of Tsushima in like the quality of the gameplay. I literally just couldn't stop playing it. It was that good. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Oh,
I thought it was I loved it. Just like the introduction of like the different weapons and stuff, like having that rather than the sword styles, just really made it much better. And the gameplay was much more fluid. It just like it ran really nice as well. Like you just boot up the game, like it just loads up straight away. Like pretty much every other PS5 game though. Um, but yeah, it was a really good time. The story was much better than Jin's, I'd say, and yeah, I don't want to say too much because everyone else hasn't played. Like Oliver's just started it, but the other two haven't even started it yet. But yeah, great time. Everyone play it.
Are you getting it, Niall?
I am. It's going to be my November/Christmas game, definitely.
November slash
Because
Christmas.
I very much enjoy Tsushima. Everyone since I don't know if people thought this when the first game came out, but everyone seems to be shitting on Jin
Yeah.
since this game came out. Well, I thought his story was quite compelling. I mean, obviously, it's not great whenever the protagonist is like anti against the fun parts of the game, but at the same time, if you take that bit out of it, a story of how a samurai needs to go against his code in order to save his country. I think that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I thought it was good. I think what's happened, like Jin's story was a slow burner for me personally. I didn't really care for the first half of the game, and then when he actually started going against what his dad said, I actually started to like the character a lot more. I think the reason people like this new character so much is because it's a lot more edgy, and I think people like that it's a lot more dark and just a lot more. Well, just edgy as the word, really. I think that just
Yeah,
appeals to a lot more people. I think it's more interesting. And I don't think it's as slow as Jin's initial story, which is very slow for the
yeah.
majority of the
You
game.
with Atsu's story, you literally just jump straight into it. Like there's no messing about. Like there's none of this. Like oh. Do I defy my father's wishes? Nah. It's just literally just like, nah, fuck you all. I'm killing you all.
Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely think that is what it is. I think that just appeals to people more
Yeah.
than it's just straight into the action and it's just intense.
I've not played an awful lot of the game, but straight away, like I said in the chat the other day, she just kind of makes Jin look like a massive dork because she's like, so much cooler. She's just like
Yeah,
she's just a cooler character in general. She's very focused. Like I said, there's none of this messing about do I go up against a samurai way or anything like that because she's not a samurai. She just does what she needs to do, and she does it well.
yeah.
Now, what have you been playing, mate?
Oh, what have I been playing? I've been playing a bit of a. I'm not going to talk about it too much. But I've been playing a bit of Silent Hill F. I think we're still planning on doing a review at some point this month.
Yes.
On that, so that's pretty cool. Well, so I've been playing a bunch of. You know, what, I'm gonna whip up Steam right now. I've been playing a bunch of Next Fest, and then I'll talk about Ball Pit at the end. So I played a game called Reanimal, which I think will definitely be a Bro Nights game. Shout out Bro Nights.
Whoa.
Uh,
Animals out?
no
Is
demo.
it a demo? Oh, right,
Next
okay.
Fest.
That's a Little Nightmares one, right?
There's Little Nightmares.
Yeah.
From what I played, was really good. I also played a game called Don't Look with an exclamation mark, which is a game that you play entirely blindfolded. And basically, you find whatever point of interest there is in the room because it's blindfolded, so you can still see some things like light or you can hear noises. You go to those points of interest, and then it gives you a picture of the room, and then you've got to work out how to get from that point of interest to the door that's pictured in that room. And there's also puzzles and stuff like that. Short game, looked pretty good. I think it's made by like one person. And then I played a game called Eyes of the Elderwood, which is a game where you dual wield magic and a pistol. And the way you cast spells is that you draw on the screen. And depending on what symbol you draw, it activates that type of spell, and then you have a certain amount of time to use that spell until your mana goes, and you have to replenish it. It's got that PS1 style graphic thing that everyone's doing at the moment. The puzzles from what I played were quite good. I sent a screenshot of one of the clues in chat earlier. I needed it to reference it. Yeah, it seems like it's got legs as well. I tried playing a game called Soul Gatherer, but it was completely broken, so I couldn't. But it looked really interesting from the trailer. And then, yeah, finally I played a little game called Ball Pit, which is one of the best games I've ever played, by far. Yeah, no, it's not the best game. Blueprints is the best game.
Blueprints is the best game you've ever played. Is that what we're saying on record?
It's in my top 3. Yeah, definitely. It's yeah, not Ball Pit. Blueprints, Portal, the original, and the Beginner's Guide are the 3 best games ever made.
And Ball Pit.
Ball Pit is up there. It's probably going to be a 9.5 out of 10. It's one of those. It's the same thing with Hollow Knight and with Silk Song. I hate the genre. I love this game because it does it tackles every single one of my pain points and fixes them like completely. Instead of taking an hour to complete a full run, instead your runs are max 15 minutes or even less if you want to increase the difficulty. Speaking of, the increasing of difficulty is just reducing the amount of time it takes to get to the boss, because the boss is always at a set time and things are coming down the screen. So just increasing difficulty just reduces that time, which means that, like in roguelikes where you get really good and like the first like few floors are like, bit mind numbing because it's not really much challenge anymore. Well, they just do away with that by making it so you get through the easy stuff faster.
So it just sends the enemies at you faster.
Yeah.
The screen faster, right? Okay.
Yeah, so like there's fast plus as well, but yeah, normal's 15, fast is 12. I haven't beat fast, so I haven't seen fast plus yet. But that's even shorter.
On the leaderboard, the top for the first level, the top one was like 6 minutes.
Yeah, so that's the thing is there is obviously some differentiation because the boss has a health bar, and so killing the boss quicker reduces your time. So fast plus might say like max 9 minutes, but you might be able to do it in like 6. It might even be fast plus plus. I don't know. But yeah, obviously the brick breaker mechanics of just moving and shooting is constantly engaging because of the way the enemies are shaped and placed and the way they spawn means that you're always aiming in particular areas. The combinations of different balls with different abilities, the fact that you can fuse them together and then my camera moved, and then evolve them, and then you can even fuse evolutions together to create even more combinations is insane. And the more areas you go to, the more balls get added to the pool. There's a whole base building section which is very basic, very engaging, and utilizes the ball breaker style gameplay because you have to shoot your workers at buildings and have them bounce off buildings in order for them to be built. And yet there's almost nothing bad about the game. That's the thing. There's a couple of balancing things here and there. There's some things which are like obviously broken. Anytime I get to a new area, I use the same character every time because it is just the best character that I've had. I've unlocked 4 so far. The music's great. It looks great. And Ball Pit's great. So yeah, you should play it.
I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, you guys should play it. It's really good.
I'll give it a go.
When I get the best deal in gaming Game Pass, in a month.
Yeah. Oh, you're waiting for Black Ops, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to time everything. I'm trying to be efficient with the Game Pass. Because I don't just want to buy it just to play Ball Pit. Because if I don't like Ball Pit, which I don't think I will, I think I will definitely like Ball Pit.
You will.
But if I don't like it, then it doesn't really matter that I spent money on it because I'm buying it mainly for Black Ops at that point. So.
How much is Ball Pit to buy now?
Like in 10 to 15, I'd imagine.
I suppose like 11 quid if you're
already
on Vampire Survivors.
Oh, if you're already on Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, there's like a bundle with Vampire Survivors, but if you already own it, then it already takes the discount off.
Yeah, the bundle is £15.28, and Vampire Survivors is £4. So
so I can get it for $11.69.
There you go.
So
there we go. I do not own Vampire Survivors, but if it's anything like Ball Pit,
No,
I
it's
wanna give it a
personal battle.
It's simply it's a lot simpler than ball pit.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that I turned on immediately as well. You can auto shoot,
Yeah.
rather than clicking, which is just much better, I think.
Yeah.
But the thing
So,
is,
yeah.
I barely looked at gameplay. I've only watched your videos on it, like your shorts. That's about as far as my gameplay's gone for it because I don't really want to know what it's about.
Yeah, there's
Like,
a
I
lot
get the
of
general gist, but I don't want to. I don't want to see all the bosses and stuff.
yeah. One thing which I've read from reviews is that it's very, very good at drip feeding mechanics, and I've been spoiled on one mechanic which I'm very excited about. But yeah, it's just a game about discovery really outside of the core mechanics. So yeah.
Lewis, have you been playing anything other than Pokemon?
The only other two things I've been playing was Silent Hill F, which I'm at the very end of. It was a bit awkward, and I should just still finish it because I'm at the very very end of the game. But Pokemon came out, so I've been absolutely bashing that. The other game that I was playing was Hades because I want to play Hades 2. But I want to play for Hades 1 again.
Yeah.
So I was playing Hades a couple days before Pokemon started, in between playing Silent Hill. That's been really fun. Still a great game. I want to make sure I get Hades 2 done, because I feel like it does have Game of the Year potential. At least that's what people are saying. I know you guys didn't love Hades 1 as much as I did, but I think in general everyone still liked it.
I really liked Hades.
I did not.
I thought it was alright.
But yeah, a lot of people are saying that Hades 2 is Game of the Year potential, so I do want to get that done. And even though it doesn't really matter going forward with like the story and stuff, I just wanted to get a feel for the first one so I can see how much more like upgraded and better the second game is in regards to mechanics and stuff. And that's mainly been it. It's been a lot of Pokemon for the past like 4 days. So that's all my brain's really been thinking about, if I'm being honest. But that will stop soon because I'm basically done with the game. I pretty much have completed everything.
Damn.
I'm just finishing some scraps at the end of the game, but we'll talk about that in a review, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's mainly what I've been doing.
Moving the camera. Don't mind me.
Why don't you just put it back on top of your screen now?
Because I've screwed it into a selfie stick.
Yeah, so I
I've
don't look
screwed
great
it
right
into
now.
no, so I've screwed it into a selfie stick, and I tried unscrewing it, and I cannot do that.
Right, so you
it's
fucked
stuck
your
to this
camera.
selfie stick, which is balanced just on itself. Like it's just.
Just getting a really good look at the web in between your fingers.
There we go.
Love that.
Right, cracking. So what have I been playing? I hear you ask. Well, I'll answer you. So I've been playing Pokemon. Well, obviously, you guys are going to talk about that a lot. Been playing Ball Pit, really enjoy it. Ghost of Yoti, really enjoy it. Silent Hill F, did not like it at all. Stopped playing. But a game I've completed today was Keeper, which is currently out on Game Pass. It's
What is Keeper, Oliver?
What is Keeper?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hard question to answer, honestly. It's a game where essentially you play as a lighthouse.
You play as a lighthouse.
You play as a
Oh,
lighthouse.
I remember. I was wondering this because I thought it was like a football game.
No, yeah, it's right. You play as a lighthouse. We've seen it in like events. It might have been at like Gamescom or something like that. We have seen it because it's made by Double Fine. You know, the guys who make Psychonauts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a very beautiful game. Visually, it is incredibly appealing. The story is really nice. It's a kind of a beautiful story. It's a weird one. The game starts out, and I was kind of sighing a bit because it felt like a walking simulator, but then slowly as the game progresses, it turns into more of a video game. Whereas towards the end, it is a video game, like really is. But it's just those opening like half an hour or so is really slow as you you go to different parts of the world and you get different abilities and your character changes and stuff like that. But yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10. It's very good. Just some of the abilities you do get for me outstayed their welcome slightly. Whereas like I was very much yes, I want to get to the next part now, but there was still quite a lot left in each area. I'd definitely recommend Niall play it and probably Alex. Lewis maybe not.
When you say play as a lighthouse, what do you mean?
And this is what I was confused at because he said it was a walking sim.
Yeah,
and how does a lighthouse walk?
Right, so at the beginning of the game, so what basically, I'll give you the overview of the opening few moments. So there's a nice world. It's all chill. It's like a big island, basically. It's all chill. And then all of a sudden, this great evil takes over the island, like big purple tendrils and all that kind of shit. And what for some reason, this causes a lighthouse that is obviously disused and broken to suddenly sprout legs and start walking.
This is what I hoped.
Because there's like this little bird companion that is in trouble because of what's happening to the world, and the lighthouse gains sentience to help this bird.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But Alex definitely, Niall, basically because it's short. Lewis, you won't like it. There's no challenge to it at all. It's not a challenging game. I do not think you can get hurt in this game.
Nothing for his monkey brain.
Nothing for his monkey brain.
I'd argue that it's stronger than a monkey brain if it needs challenge. Monkeys don't need the challenge.
No.
Monkeys
don't need the challenge.
No, monkeys have banana and like trees. Like, what do they need?
Monkeys do have banana and trees. That's
Exactly,
for
and they're
sure.
happy.
Banana trees.
Humans need so much more to be happy.
Bro's never
but
heard of a monkey puzzle tree. Never.
Monkeys need
Fucking
banana,
hell.
and they're pretty happy for the rest of their life.
I'm going to take that webcam. I'm going to shove it so
If
far up your
anything, I
ass,
think
we'll be able to see the screen.
I'm just not going to touch my dad.
If anything, I think the monkeys are saddened. I think the monkeys are saddened when they're presented with challenge, like when they're taken by humans. And
I don't
forced to
think
be
so.
little
I think
mon-
they
when
always
they're
seem
forced
quite
to be little
engaged.
monkey actors. No.
Right. Anyway, the point is,
rather
Lewis, you
be at
won't like the
home.
game. I don't think you'll think it's very visually appealing, but I don't think you'll like the gameplay.
He's gonna play it now just to prove you wrong.
Fuck it, I hope he does. Everyone should, but I just think it would be a waste of time for this. Andy hasn't got Game Pass, so it's a
I haven't got
complete,
game. I haven't
complete
got the
waste
best
of
time
time.
game. and just-
He'll play it in between the Black Ops sessions.
Indeed.
I'll have it up while I'm playing Black Ops.
No, have we got
Perfect.
a jingle for the game / quiz?
We probably have something. Let's have a look.
I forget how loud this one is.
Right.
There we go.
Cool.
A bit
So,
loud, that.
let's move on to let's move on. So this week, this fortnight, the quiz has been provided by Alex. He's made it.
Yes.
And, I'm nervous. You guys see it? Yeah, you can see that.
Yep.
It's a white screen, and I assume that's what. I'm
Yeah, you should see a white screen, then you'll see a countdown.
Right, I'm just gonna. Right, sorry, it's got 3.
Oh, there we go.
Got 2. We got 1. Right. Do we need to know
Right.
anything before I go next, Alex?
Oh, it'll come up. Right. So, is it a Pokemon or did Alex make it up?
Well, now I was fucked on this one, isn't I?
Well, only you two are playing
Yeah, I can't
because
play this.
Lewis will know every answer. So,
Okay.
you can get one hint for each one, and I'll tell you the type of what the Pokemon is.
Right. Okay. You ready, Niall?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Brooksish.
Oh, I thought we were going to get an image.
Can we just say it straight off the bat?
Yeah, you both answer, so you can both get a point
This
or not.
This is a Pokemon.
What do you think, Niall?
I think it is not a Pokemon.
Okay.
Right, next one.
Isn't it, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's a Pokemon.
That's the point.
Ah.
It's all about-
That's Brooksish.
Yeah.
I
It's a
just
water
feel
type.
like I've got a massive advantage because I play the TCG, so I know that is a Pokemon.
Nah, there's some in there that you'll be like,
Oh,
Franzi. Is Franzi a Pokemon?
I think that's
I'm gonna-
made up.
I was going to say that as well. I think it's made up.
Made up, yeah.
Can I have your reasonings though?
Because I've never heard of it before. That is my only reason.
I think it sounds silly.
I think it sounds silly.
What Pikachu doesn't?
Not as silly as Franzi. I mean, come on.
It's Franzi.
What does Franzi mean?
It's fake.
It's fake. I got ChatGPT to make that. That's
Oh,
Franzi.
Oh, very good.
I don't mean that on the podcast. Just kill the tree. Like, just image-
Oh shit! No.
Just
See,
kill the
no,
tree.
I made a tree. See, look.
All right, Lewis, can you do me a favor, mate?
Yeah.
I know this is unprofessional while we're mid-recording, but can you turn up the gain on your mic a little bit? Because I have hit 200% and I still can't hear you.
Really? Why has no one said anything?
I don't. They might be able to hear you, but I
can hear you.
Okay, sorry. It's up. I pushed it up a notch. Is it better now?
Yeah, that's better. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cracking.
Humongousaur.
Oh, well, I feel like it could be.
I'll let Niall answer first.
I'm going to say it is a Pokemon.
Okay.
It is.
I can-
It's not a Pokemon.
It's not.
It's not.
I guess
It's fake. It's a Ben 10 alien.
Ah,
I guess I should go first in all of these, technically.
Yeah,
just because-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Garganical.
That's definitely one. You couldn't make that up.
That is a Pokemon. Yes,
It's
That is
pretty
a
good. That's
Pokemon.
good reasoning, to be fair.
that is a Pokemon.
Bramblin.
I'm going to say it is because I don't think you come up with something that has pretty much a silent B in it.
Bramblin. That's too.
No, but he
That-
said
that-
Bramlin.
It's Bramblin.
Bramblin.
Bramlin.
Bramblin.
Bramblin.
Bramblin. But he said Bramlin first. It's like
Does that
it
change
shows-
the answer now that the B?
Yeah,
is
no, no.
silent?
That's probably just my pronunciation.
No, it shows
Yeah.
they have familiarity with the name.
Right. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're sticking with no.
It is.
Oh, it is. I'm
Wait,
gonna go-
no. I'm sticking with. Well, I can't remember now.
You said it was.
You said
but
it
now
was.
It sounds like you doubt.
Oh no, it is a real Pokemon. Yeah,
Right,
sorry, I just didn't know whether it was phrased as like it is made up. Got it.
All right.
I don't
Yeah.
think it is. I don't think it. Oh shit!
It is.
Oh,
It
no.
is. It's Bramblin.
That brings us even Stevens, I think, doesn't it? I think maybe.
I can't remember. It's Lumisprite.
It's throwing us off now with the silent eye. Lumisprite.
I don't because thinking that deeply about it.
Lumisprite. I think it can't be, can it really? Because Lumi and Sprite both mean the same thing. It's usually first half of the name is one thing, second half is another thing.
What do
Um,
Lumi and Sprite mean?
So if I was to make a character that was a sprite, it would 100% be glowing. And Lumi is luminescence, isn't it? Glowing.
A Sprite is always glowing. I didn't know
I would say
that.
so.
I didn't
Not
know
the
that.
drink.
Is your Sprite not always glowing?
I'm gonna say not.
I don't
Pokemon.
think this is fake.
No, it's fake.
Lovely.
Karibo.
I've heard that before. I'm gonna say it is.
It is not. It is a Yu-Gi-Oh character.
Ah.
Got him.
That's how they get me. That's how they get me.
Spidops.
Spidops. Spidops. What does ops mean? Is he a spider?
It means
That'll
it's
be
got
good. Ops.
No, pops, ops. Or
Op-
dops.
Dops. And he's a spy. Oh, I'm gonna say it is not a Pokemon.
I think it is.
It's a Pokemon.
Oh, right.
Ah.
Wargreymon.
Oh, that is. Too many words for you.
It's not. It's a Digimon character.
Oh, that's fine.
Flamigo.
Now that it seems like a Pokemon name, just removing a letter and just calling it a new thing, and then suing people for copying. I'm gonna say it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a flamingo.
Just Flamingo.
Screamtail.
That can't be one. That seems like a move, like a Pokemon move. I'm gonna say it's not.
Yeah,
We haven't used any clues.
I don't think it is either.
You've not.
I don't need to. I don't think it is either. Wait.
No,
what?
it is.
Is that a Jigglypuff evolution?
That's the ancient
It's
Jigglypuff.
made in
I
the
knew
yeah.
that one would get you both.
It's the Scarlet Jigglypuff from the past.
I remember the Pokemon cards now because there's loads of them when they got two names. Alright.
They've all got proper bad names,
Right,
like all of them.
That was the last one.
Oh, thank
Like
you
and
very
sub.
much.
Like and sub.
Right, well, thank you very much for that, Alex. That was entertaining.
That was
No
good,
worries.
yeah.
Honestly, based on War Greymon, you should do another one and just collect Pokemon or Digimon because I feel like that would throw. I feel that would throw both of them off really bad.
Yeah. I think Oliver won. I stopped keeping track. But
I think Oliver won as
Let's
well.
just say I won. That's the safest
Yeah.
bet. Niall, are you ready up on your news?
Yes, I'm ready to present.
Right, it's time for the news.
So,
Whoa, jingle.
time for the news.
Out with the olds, in with the news. It's news time.
There we go. So Dead Space creator, that's fine. Dead Space creator Glen Schofield, at his keynote address at Gamescom Asia and Thailand, said this regarding the games industry: "It's broken, it's beaten, it's battered. Our developers are battered. They've been taking it on the chin for the last couple of years. We need to bring it back to what it was, right? Instead of all of this negativity." So he's not happy with the games industry. in the slightest. And so he's posed a 3-step plan to fix this. Okay. Step 1, widely embrace the use of generative AI. AI isn't here to replace us, it's here to make us faster, better, and more efficient. So that's step 1. Step 2 is investors need to spend more money. Come on, investors and execs, let's stop this madness. You want to make a AAA game for like $8 million, you gotta get your guts back again. Step 3, bring back E3. I mean, come on. E3 is the E3 is the granddaddy of them all, and I will tell you, every single E3 that I went to made my games better.
Right.
So there we go. What do you think of his 3-step plan?
Absolute fucking nonsense.
It
What
sounds
is he
like the ramblings
talking
of a
about?
maniac.
Yeah, what is he talking? None of what he said. Like the only thing, I don't even necessarily agree with it because I can't quite tell if the way he presented it was even good or not. The whole because he's talking about generative AI, which obviously is good. Using AI in general as tools to make things more efficient, I think is fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the way he was claiming on using it. I don't know if he just wants it as like an assistance tool, or if he's talking about using it to literally generate portions of games. I don't quite understand what he means there. But that's a terrible idea. The E3 thing is just nonsense. I miss E3.
We all do.
E3 was great. It was cool. I don't think it's going to save the games industry if E3 comes back. Sorry, if E3 comes back, I don't think that's going to change anything really. We still do have Summer Games Fest and stuff and Game of the Year and what. Like we still have events. It's just not all contained to 1 month anymore. And what was his other point? What was the third one?
Investors need to spend more money and put the right people in charge.
That one I can honestly agree with. Yeah, to be fair, that one I could be in support of. Do these companies? I mean, actually, no. Do agree with it because I know that some companies are spending a shit ton and basically coming out with nothing.
Yeah, it's because they don't have the right people. That's the problem.
No,
So
that's the case,
it needs to be one or the other or both.
Or
But
both.
yeah, the more right people, the less money you have to spend. Pretty much. I mean, that's exactly what we saw with Expedition 33. It was all the right people in a small team makes a great game for not that much money, comparatively.
Yeah. No, that's true.
You raised a solid point there, Lewis. Niall,
go on.
As a game designer, how could generative AI be used when making games?
Right. So, I mean, I don't know what the difference between generative AI is and normal AI is. Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates new content, such as text, images, and music, by learning patterns from existing data. So, I mean, obviously, it can just be used to make stuff, but that's morally not right currently.
Yeah, that's where it's not good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of just using AI, I use it quite a lot recently in order to scrub a lot of data very quickly. So, for example, I was looking into just how survival horror games are paced in general. Paced, as in like PACED, not copy paste. And
no one thought that.
I thought that. And so I realized that all the data is in walkthroughs or like guides, and so I just asked Copilot. I was like, "Yo, can you look through every single guide of every single Silent Hill game and give me like a rundown of how many enemies there were, how many puzzles there were, and what the chronological order of enemies and then puzzles there are in the game?" And it did that flawlessly, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, that's useful information," and that would have saved me a lot of time. So stuff like that, which can be very, very helpful. It's become a bit of a meme in the programmer community that if you're struggling to program something, just like, what are you doing that for? Just use AI, bro. And there's this whole new thing which might actually be real, but I saw a skit of people now, people called vibe coders, who essentially code via using AI and just feelings, like, oh, I want this to happen, and I'm using AI, and then they're hiring people it's called like vibe coding cleanup, and hiring people who actually know how to program to fix what this original person did. So there can be bottlenecks there. AI is not perfect, but yeah, I mean, obviously it can just be made to create art as well. I'd imagine probably a less morally ambiguous thing, though it probably still is in order to allow, because what at the start of the project, what people like, for example, your Corey Barlog, for example, in order to get people on board into his vision, but cheaply, he might want to get AI. I'm not saying he does this, just one person that we all know who's a director and a vision holder of a game, might want to generate concept art for his idea. And then present that to the team for then concept artists that are actually paid by the company to then retake that and make it into their own thing. So it can be very useful for presentations. That's probably less morally ambiguous, probably because also no one will ever find out about it. But also, I don't think it's too big of an issue. Yeah, I don't know. I think what he's talking about actually though is just using it to make the game.
Yeah, from my use case that I had in my head when I first heard of it was like textures and stuff like that. Like if you're creating, because you could create a lot of unique textures off like one template. Like here's a picture of a wall, make it slightly different, kind of thing, and then just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Is that
yeah?
Would that be morally ambiguous? Would you say? If
well, that's the thing though. So
to change it slightly.
Well, I mean, I don't know how AI works, like whether you can very strictly say do not use any other reference piece, but would it fall apart if it's
it has to use some sort of reference.
Yeah.
It's literally coming from data that's been scraped. Like it can't not use data that it has.
Yeah, so like because that's the thing, it wouldn't just be the case of if you got like a brick wall, it would like manually move bricks around, or like brand new move the pixels. It would take references from other brick walls and then like with all of that data collectively form what even a brick wall is, and then go from there. So it's already using data.
Yeah, they need to form their own model, I guess, won't they, to make it like not steal anything from anything.
Yeah, if they if they created an AI program that only used their own data that they inputted,
yeah,
then that would be a different story. Yeah, because it would be their own stuff that they've made. They're just using AI to do it, which still people would maybe question, how professional that is to do. But that would be there'd be way less of a moral issue with that because it would be their own stuff that they're using AI to generated from their own stuff. So I don't think that would be an issue really.
Yeah, the main thing is the theft, isn't it, of other people's stuff? That's the thing.
Yeah.
You can argue. It's about like if it's not about theft, it's about drawing the line at automation, isn't it? And like automation has been becoming more and more of a thing in the games industry and in software. Like stuff which would have taken months can now be done in hours for certain things, and it's like, okay, where do we draw the line? And for most people, it will be at theft. And for people who don't draw the line there, then it might be the question of, well, does the line just become a bit more arbitrary at that point? So yeah,
well, that line is going to be moved over the next few years, I think, in terms of what because it's just the way things are. We can't go back now. There is no going back. It's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, move.
Well, I was going to say, I think there's also an issue as well with the idea of AI being used. I do hate AI a lot. I like it. There are things that it can do really well, but I think a lot of the things it gets used for, sort of ruin things. And I think one of the main issues is a lot of the time AI is used, or a lot of the times these big studio execs or just idiots in general when they're talking about stuff they don't really understand, think that you can make like an entire game through like generative AI, for example. Like you can just make it. Like there was a really stupid post a while ago on Twitter, which I know Twitter is not the place to really care about anything that's supposed to listen to because it's all just fucking bots and nonsense. But there was some guy made this really cool like art of like a pixel art like fantasy land thing. And it was just a really nice piece of art. And some guy was like, why can't people make an entire game like this? This would be incredible. And you had a bunch of game developers being like, this literally is not possible. This would take like an unfathomable amount of time. Like it just isn't possible to do this. And then some Twitter account came up and then basically stole that picture, made a Twitter account for it. And it's like, guys, we've set up a game development company and we're going to make this game using AI. And then he posted this really shitty, like 20-second clip of the image that he'd made move with AI. And he'd be like, guys, we're going to be making the whole game like this. And the account got like 50K followers. And you've got a bunch of like, just people in the replies, which again, it's probably bots, but you just got a bunch of people in the replies like, oh my God, can't wait. See, game designers, this is how you do it. This is the future. And that's when it gets really And that's when it just starts to get really annoying and scary, because it's like I can't tell if people genuinely believe this or enjoy AI that you see. Because I don't know about you guys, but even though AI's gotten much better, whenever I see AI in like a game or a movie or like a TV, just whenever I see it, it's very apparent still. Like, it looks like ass. When it's more than for a couple of seconds or it isn't like a still thing, it looks bad. And it's just scary to believe that people look at this stuff and genuinely go, no, this is like I can't wait to make my own video game. I can't wait to make my own Cyberpunk in AI, and I'm gonna sell it, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, this is sick, dude. It just yeah, I don't know. When it gets to like that level of just delusion, and I see so many people talking about it like it's a good thing, that's when it gets worrying. When it's used as an actual tool to just make people's lives easier, I think it's fine. And it's obviously where the industry's going. Like, they're not gonna intentionally make their lives harder by doing things that AI could help them do significantly faster. It just becomes a thing of how much are they going to rely on it, I guess, in the future. And whether or not these stupid studio heads are going to force certain developers to use AI when they don't want to. I already know that's happening with not the Master Chief Collection, this new Halo game that's being made. I can't remember if is it a remake or a new game? This new Halo thing that's being made is being made with generative AI, and the staff are really upset about it because they don't want to, but they're being told they have to. I'm not sure. I can't say I'm 100% confident. It's just one of these new Halo things that's coming out. I don't know if it's a remake of Halo Combat Evolved, maybe. Yeah. And apparently the developers are really upset about it because they don't want to use generative AI to make it, but apparently they're being told they have to. Like, they're pretty much being forced to at Microsoft. So yeah, I guess that's like when it becomes an issue as well. It's just how much it's actually affecting these developers and their enjoyment of actually making these games. Because there is a chance that obviously using all the generative AI stuff is just actively ruining their experience wanting to make and develop games. And you might lose a lot of good people doing that. So
yeah, I saw I think it was this morning, the new Plants vs Zombies, like the remake of the first game. Apparently that's using AI art during it in it, and a lot of people are upset.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's been a big thing, and again, that's another thing that's annoying as well. Is when it's very obvious they have used AI, but for some reason they keep saying no, they haven't.
Yeah, because everyone's quote retweeting like one tweet where it's like, we're not using AI, by the way, but
and
it's
then people
very
have come
obvious
back
that they are.
Yeah, people have come back with like a million bits of evidence to be like, no, you are, but they keep going, no, we're not.
No, we're not. But it's like,
used it. And
no, you are.
And that's also when it gets bad. But again, it's one of those things where the guy on the Twitter account doing the Plants vs Zombies thing is some guy they've hired, the social media guy. He first of all, whether or not
he might not even know.
Yeah, exactly. Whether or not they're using AI or not, he probably doesn't know. And even then, if they say to him, do not tell them we're using this, just say nah, then he's going to do it. He's not going to go, no, my integrity is too high to do this, I'm afraid. He's the guy who runs the Twitter account, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. He still gets paid at the end of the day.
Arguing with the guy on Twitter doing that, but it is bad when companies lie about using it and be deceitful about it. Like, if you're going to do it, just be honest about it. People will still be mad, but you'll get way less discourse if you just say, yeah, we have used it for this, and this, instead of blatantly lying about it for no reason.
Yeah, definitely. Coming back to the article for a second, so I need this E3 thing is rolling around my head. What does he not think that they've tried to bring, like, they haven't tried to bring E3 back before? Because they have a couple of times now, and every single time it falls in his ass. What is he expecting to happen?
It'll just change the game, really, Oliver. You don't get it.
It very much like gives like sort of, the good old days sort of thing. The good old days.
Because you need all three of the big three to come back, and Nintendo.
And one of them isn't very big anymore.
Will never.
Yeah.
Ever. And like, so Sony got their own thing now. I think Xbox is doing their own showcases now. It's just it's cheaper. There's less people involved. You don't have to worry about the general public. You don't have to worry about live demos.
No, I mean, I do miss the gimmick of it. I miss the content from it. It was a nice time, and it was nice having it all in one place over a set period of time. And it's sort of a vibe and feel we're never going to get back. The closest we come to it is with Jeff's Game of the Year awards and his Summer Games Fest stuff because it's live, but it's still not the same feeling.
No.
Do I miss it? Yes. Do I think it was better for the industry? Really? No. I don't think it really benefited them in any way. It was maybe more fun for the viewers.
Yeah, it was
as an experience.
There's more
but...
quality to it. The issue is the between like E3 and Gamescom, Summer Games Fest, Game of the Year is the latter. It's Jeff deciding what goes up, and it's not just Jeff. It's how much money is being put forward. It's
for sure.
It's not the big three and other publishers and stuff putting forward their games. And like, this is what we're working on. It's whoever paid the most money gets time here, and this is why we have. The thing is, like, I watch every Summer Games Fest. I watch every Game of the Year, but they are kind of shit compared to what we have.
I will say, the last Game of the Year was last year. I still rate was pretty good overall. I couldn't tell you exactly what was there, but I remember actively coming out of that one and being like, that was actually like, that's the best one he's done by far. They're getting better. I'd say one thing that was better about E3, and it's sort of a double-edged sword with the whole content of directs and just your state of plays and whatever, is E3 always felt like you were definitely going to get from each studio, whether it be, well, for each company, whether it's Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox, you were always going to get a big game release because they didn't mention games throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't get any other sort of gaming news for the rest of the year. That was it. So they always had something. With Summer Games Fest and even Game of the Year, it's definitely hit or miss whether or not you're going to get a big title for something you care about. And that's kind of the issue as well, I suppose.
We get a lot more, but because of that, it's diluted massively.
Yes, exactly.
It is diluted. All right, I'm going to move on to my my thing. We got no big cheese today, by the way, because there's just not enough news going around. So I just want to talk about. So this is kind of hot off the press. It's out today. So the Xbox chief has come out and basically said we're making another Xbox. And the reason this is big news is because there have been rumors for the last couple of weeks that everyone seems to think that they weren't going to, and that Xbox are just moving away from hardware altogether, which is strange considering they've just brought out a handheld with ROG. But yeah, so Sarah Bond come out and said, confirmed Microsoft is working on next-gen hardware. We are 100% looking at making things in the future. We have our next-gen hardware in development. We've been looking at prototyping, designing. We have a partnership we've announced with AMD around it, so that's coming. What we saw here was an opportunity to innovate in a new way and bring gamers another choice. We're talking about the ROG Ally, in addition to our next-gen hardware. We are always listening to what players and creators want. When there is demand for innovation, we're going to build it. So yeah, so they are making something.
I mean, I don't blame people for thinking that they weren't going forward with more consoles, considering they spent a generation selling a console that no one bought, and then seems to have ended the generation by completely just taking a big fat shit on the face. Yeah. So I don't like necessarily blame people for being like, oh yeah, they're probably not moving forward with this, because if you look at the sales for the series of consoles, it's not good, especially in comparison to Nintendo and PlayStation. Like, it's bad. Like, it's really bad.
Right.
But like, my assumption, I think we've spoken about this multiple times, Oliver, is that they were going to make a console. They were just going to focus on something that was probably a handheld / just a computer, rather than just a proprietary console. Like, it was more of just a Windows machine.
We've got this idea. We've got this idea from somewhere. There must have been news at some point, because we talked about it on the
because we've talked about it multiple times.
And it's come up, and it's 100% concrete in my head that the next Xbox is going to be a PC. This is why, to me, like, everyone's saying that there wasn't going to was a bit silly. Now,
hello. I feel like I feel like there were some people saying they weren't going to make one. But I think what a lot of people were saying is that it wasn't going to be manufactured by Microsoft.
Ah, right, I get you.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that there will be some people who be like, yeah, nah, Xbox dead because the Sony hoodlums or whatever. I think that I think it's true. The whole ROG Ally thing is an experiment to see what is the sales and profit like on a third party manufactured machine that has our software on it, because I mean, if they didn't make a loss on the latest Xbox, I don't know how. But they've realized, and their whole thing for a while now is being like software first. Like the hardware is just one vehicle to use the software. So why not make it so we remove all the risk from our end when it comes to manufacturing hardware and just sell the software like they do with Windows anyway?
It's been done. That concept has been done before with the Steam machine. So I think
Yeah.
that just didn't work. Like these third parties creating these console PC things it just.
But you have to
fundamentally didn't
remember the
work.
Steam machine was like in what 2014, I think. Like we're in a much different time now where I think people are more willing to accept this sort of stuff. I think they're more like interested in it, and I think just the gaming space in general has changed quite a lot. I think Steam was way ahead of the time in that regard.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Like, it's not a far. It might be more of a harder sell because let's say like PC manufacturers to make a bespoke. PC manufacturers making a bespoke machine for gaming is not a foreign thing. However, one that's locked to a particular OS, if they wanted to go down that route, that is. So that's like the biggest hurdle. So I think it will just come down to price point, really. Obviously, there'll be familiarity as well. There's a huge mark, a huge portion of the market that's only ever played Xbox, only knows how to work an Xbox. If it's presented as a PC, then they won't want to touch it. So, if anything, that locking off the OS would actually be a benefit to them. But then a lot of people who already have a PC will be thinking, you know, why would I get something that does less for potentially either the same or slightly less amount of money? You know.
Yeah.
So.
What I need to learn more about the OS that they're putting out, kind of thing, because I know that it's coming to Windows, like it's coming to PCs next year at some point. But is that going to be the same as it would be on like the ROG Ally, for example, or is it a completely different build of the OS? Because if so, it would depend on how they license that OS to people. Like, are people going to be allowed to sell third-party machines with this OS running on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I would like is I'd like them to obviously fix the Xbox app, but go down the route of Steam Big Picture mode. Because Steam Big Picture mode isn't great. It's great for Steam Deck. Is an incredible OS for Steam Deck, I think. But if they make an OS that's really good and makes you feel like you're in like a console environment, but on your PC, I'd opt into
Well,
that. I think.
that's what they're doing.
I want to say
essentially what they're doing.
Steam Big Picture mode. I just want to say you said it wasn't great. It is great if you're using it on a TV.
Yeah.
It is very good.
Yeah.
Which I think is its main purpose, though.
No,
it's
it
not really
is.
meant for desktop use, really.
I think that is the way they're going with it, at least initially on the Windows. But what my question about that is it going to work the same way as it does on the ROG Ally, where once you open it, is it going to start shutting down Windows processes in order to make it run better, make it run as a machine, or is it just going to be the Xbox app with a big picture mode?
Yeah.
I'd like to think that did, especially if it's allowed to be downloaded or it's like an update for the pre-existing Xbox app to go on machines. That, well, it would have to be the case that, there's some sort of like, settings in which you can decide how much you want the rest of your computer to be shut down. Because that's the thing, like if I had a few hours on a weekend and I just want to feel like I was playing a console, then I might go for the full shutdown, so I'm not like distracted by anything else. But if it's like during the day or whatever, then it might be the case. No, I want some mobile functionality to be on. I want it all to be on, and for it to be like a normal PC.
Well, I think it depends whether you sat at the PC or not, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It depends whether you sat at it, because if you're sat at the PC, there is no reason to do that, to shut everything else down. It's because you just point and click. But it's very much if you're sat on a couch or something like that. If you're streaming it or if you got a long HDMI cable and your PC is plugged into your TV. But I don't think it'll be an update to the Xbox app. I could be completely wrong on this. The information is probably already out there. I've not read it, but I think it'll be an update to Windows itself.
I do want to say, Niall said it before, I just want to say, Niall's perception of these people who only know Xbox and don't understand the PC ecosystem really does exist. Because one thing that I've been seeing a lot since the Ally came out, and I've seen multiple of these tweets, is people playing like a Ghost of Tsushima, for example, which has openly been on Steam for 5 years, and people playing it on the Ally and going, guys, a PlayStation game on the Xbox. Sony fanboys gonna be mad about this one, and it's like it's a computer. Like it's been on
Literally.
PC for a long time now. Like it isn't an Xbox console. What you're playing, it's a computer
Yeah.
that they've just slapped the Xbox thing on. So Niall's saying like there's only people who know Xbox. They don't know what a computer is. It's very much real.
Yeah.
And it's very much a thing. And I just thought that was really interesting insight because it very much is real. It's a big thing.
Yeah, that is going to be the vast majority of the people that bought an Xbox this generation.
Yeah.
I think is going to be people who don't even know how to work a PC or a laptop. The only thing they have is a console on their phone, and that's it.
So you essentially believe that Xbox realistically Microsoft want to move into just making gaming PCs, but they don't know how to move people over from the idea of an Xbox. So what they're going to do, is just make a PC, but just be like, guys, it's Xbox though. It's familiar. You know what this is.
Well, the OS already exists. It's on the ROG Ally.
Yeah.
It's already there. They just need to make it idiot proof. Like obviously, let you open it up like you kind of Steam Deck. But a lot of people,
yes, for sure.
I was speaking to a guy the other week who's got a Steam Deck who has never opened the OS mode at all.
I've never done it.
Really?
Yeah,
I've literally never done it.
I do hate opening that OS, opening Linux to do anything.
But it just shows that it is in fact idiot proof. You know what I mean? Like, because there's no way to mess it up. Like he hasn't put emulators on it or anything like that, so he's never had any issues. He just downloads Steam games and it works. But yeah, I think overall, like I said, I've said it multiple times, and I've gushed about how much I love this idea. I love what Xbox. I don't like what they've done recently, but I love the plans going forward if that is indeed the plan. Because you've got the three big companies there, and then for the first time in history, not going to be competing with each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And that competition is good, and there is still competition there, and like who gets the exclusive, all that kind of stuff. But it's a completely different business model selling PC stuff than it is selling console stuff. So you've now got Sony on their own over there with their own with the PlayStation. Is that kind of gaming going to survive? Probably, because like you say, you still got those layman's. You got the Nintendo people who always go back to Nintendo, and then Xbox is just going to change into this new beast.
Nintendo just sell potatoes.
I do think price is out of the window though. Like now I mentioned before that we don't like about the price of the future stuff. With the price of the Ally itself, and I know it's 2 tiers, but with the price of the Ally being $1,000, and also Xbox doing all of this stuff recently, I genuinely think price is just out the window at this. But I don't think they're going to be like, we need to try and make it consumer friendly. I think they're genuinely just going to be like, this thing is going to cost this much. If you can get it, cool. If you can't, then tough. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't think they're bothered about trying to supply it to the casual market, really.
No,
the problem is though,
PC boys, aren't they?
Yeah, which is I think an issue because they're going to lose a lot of their core fan base. Because that's the thing, they will, regardless of whether it's a PC or not, the people who have an Xbox now, when the next generation comes out, they'll see ads for the PS6 and they'll see ads for the Xbox. If that price point is more than like £100 more than the PS6, and the PS6 is going to be more expensive than what the PS5 Pro now is, but still, if it's £100 more, then that's going to lose a lot of people from it, and I don't know if they'll gain that many people back from the PC community.
Well, I think this is why we'll go back to the story. I think this is why Xbox are doing the first party, that they are doing their next gen hardware, because like they got a partnership with AMD to try and make it as cheap as possible. But it's a PC. It's going to cost more.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll actually be really good as well. They even think about this for. I mean, it's already sort of the case with PC Game Pass, but really good for porting, because it won't. If they build the OS correctly, it won't need any additional porting because it's got Windows 11. It's Windows 11 as a base, isn't it?
It is just Windows 11.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Actually, you make a really good point.
Every single game which comes to PC should be able to run on this machine, which is not the case currently for games which go to the console at least.
And Steam and Epic Game Store and all that stuff is going to be built into it day one. You know what I mean? So, so you are fair enough. You are paying more for the hardware, but if you have ever gamed on a PC, then you already have a library. It's already there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on. That's it for the news. Niall, you have some stuff you wanted to do.
Yeah, so first of all, let's do an update on the PTR draft for people who don't know or don't remember or need a refresher. around half. It was in April, I believe, of this year. We're going to be doing it at the start of the year next year. We did a draft of 16 games. More than that. How many games are here? 32 games. It was 32 games. And we went through a round-based process where we all picked a game. And then those games became ours, and their total Metacritic score would equal our score, and whoever the highest score at the end wins. Yeah, let's give a score update. So currently, Lewis, with 6 games released out of his possible 8, you currently have Hyrule Warriors and Kirby Air Riders left to come out, has a total score of 472 points. Then we have Alex in second with 6 games released at 447 points. Then we have me in third with just 5 games released at 423 points. And then we have Oliver with 4 games released out of his 8 at 318 points.
And one of mine is confirmed delayed.
Yeah,
So
which
is
is
mine.
Directive 8020. Oliver has 3 games still to come out that haven't been confirmed delayed, which is Outwilds 2, which is at the end of the month. Ninja Gaiden 4, which is as of tomorrow, currently, well, as we're recording, which might be the same day when it goes out. And then Mouse PI for Hire, which still hasn't been given a release date yet. I've just got Darwin's Paradox, which I'm almost certain isn't coming out. Metroid Prime 4 and Metroid Prime 4, which is December 4th, and the Skate Story, which is December 8th. So the last lot of my points are going to be coming in thick and fast at the end of the year. And then Alex with his last 2 games, or it's his last 1 game, isn't it? Because Professor Layton's been delayed. So you're banking entirely on Dragon Quest 1 and 2 2D HD remake at the end of the month to pull you through.
Yeah.
So yeah, in terms of averages, right now I'm first with my average game rating is 84.6, and then we have Oliver at 79.5, Lewis at 78.6, and Alex at 74.5.
We should have done it
So,
based
yeah.
on averages. That's what we should have done.
No, because yeah, one of the things was like we had to take a stab at stuff which might get delayed, or not come out at all, and so yeah, there we are. So that's how it is. Lewis is looking pretty good in first place at the moment. However, with 1 game still not to come out, I might even have a chance to beat him here. So we'll see how it goes.
you won't.
Oh wait, I mean, so you got Hyrule Warriors and Kirby Air Riders, right? Let's
Kirby
assume
Air
that
Riders is gonna go crazy though.
It is going to go crazy now. You're not understanding his Sakurai.
Let's assume that the average is 75 for those 2. I've got Metroid Prime 4, which looks absolutely awful, but Skate Story, which looks like it's going to be doing good
I need to
rating
look
wise.
into the
So
Skate Story. You keep talking about it like it's the next coming.
no, it just looks incredible. I don't even know whether I'll have the guts to beat it because it's basically like an
Is it
incredibly.
like Golf Story? Is it made by the same people?
No, it is
Oh.
it is incredibly different. So it is a very, very artsy skating game where you play as a demon who is trying to fight the moon, and you are made of glass. So every time you hit anything, even a bit, you shatter. And
That
so
sounds really good. That sounds cool.
and the music is made by this indie band, which just saw some clips of the. No, I don't think he'd even fully started developing it yet, but it was made by one guy, and he went up to the band after one of their shows and convinced them to do the full OST for the game just based off his description of the game. So yeah, all the music's done by them. I'm pretty sure it's an Australian dev. So yeah, there you go.
I want to play it now.
You had one more thing, do you know?
I did have one more thing. Let's talk about Game of the Year. We are doing Game of the Year different as to what we did last year, because last year we just ranked every single game that we collectively played. This year, what we're doing is we are all going to be nominating individually 4 games to go into a round-based elimination situation. So a total of 16 games. And
So we can't nominate the same games then?
no, yeah, we're going to be taking it turns. We'll do the initial randomization of who goes in which order, and then we'll just take it in turns to nominate a game.
Right.
And so not only will we be deciding what is the game of the year, we'll be deciding who was the most right about what the game of the year is. And then secondly, I've thought of a way to deal with tiebreakers which isn't using Metacritic scores, because last year what we had a situation where people would be fine with ties if they knew that their game they wanted to win had a higher Metacritic score.
Yeah.
So instead, what we're doing is, first of all, we are all going to have one extra vote each that we can use only in the event of a tiebreaker, and you can't use it on the game you nominated. So it's only to break ties of situations where your game is not involved. Then, if there is still a tie at that point, if we all use our tokens early, or we all equal the two people who's not involved equal each other's out, then we will be doing a randomized review website comparison, where it will have like a bank of review websites that have reviewed both games, and their score is what we are going to compare it against. And that is less fair, but that is a last case, last chance scenario, last chance saloon. Because that's the thing, you might know it if it's available on Metacritic. The point of it being random is that you will have no, unless you have every single review of the game open. But even then, you won't be able to guarantee, unless every single review site has rated it higher than the other game. We have no way to guarantee that number will come out the highest.
Right. I have a question, and I'm sure I've asked this question before, right? But right, so you're saying that everyone nominates 4 games, so then then you can win if your game wins.
Yes.
Right. So what if let's say for example Big Al over there nominates Claire Obscure, okay?
Yeah.
And I nominate, let's say, Keeper. We'll talk about it today, right? So we're in the final. We're in the final. Me and
okay.
So I just want to make but I'm going to want Claire Obscure to win, even though it's Alex's. What do I do in that situation?
Yeah, so that is fine. So it's not like the case of you want yours to win no matter what. Like,
it depends on what it goes up against.
Yeah, you should, like, if you think in your heart of hearts, you know, like that other person's game is better, then vote for that game. I'm imagining a lot of these to be 3-to-1s, because if you feel like even about it or you haven't played the other game, you're just going to vote for your own. But you know, if it's the case where it's like, you know, any game against Expedition 33, you're going to vote for the other game because it's better.
Right. So so you say the ones that you pick, then I suppose they could be the ones that you make a case for, I guess.
Yeah. So that's the way it'll work. So like the 2 games we picked, and it could be the case as well. We're not going to make it so that it has to be 2 opposing people. It could randomly be 2 of your own games, and then so you have to make the case for both of them, and then if people decide, because that's the thing, we want to try and aim for everyone to have played every game that's been nominated, but we're going to be doing the nominations, springing this upon you now, probably we'll do the nominations probably around the 15th of December, because then that's pretty much every game out with a week to spare, and then within that week we'll do the awards thing. So yeah, like the idea is that everyone should try and play everyone else's game at least a bit, but there's going to be some people who haven't played the game, so you're going to try and sell them on the idea of the game, even if they haven't played it.
Yeah, so you really want to be nominating games that you've played?
Oh yeah, you're only another thing as well. There's a rule from ages ago. You are only allowed to nominate a game if you've completed it, or if it's multiplayer you've played for at least 5 hours.
Oh shit, multiplayer games, yeah, we can nominate multiplayer games.
You can. So yeah.
What if it's a game you can't complete?
Well, then that'll come under the multiplayer umbrella. Okay, so uncompletable games, 5 hours minimum.
Right. Okay.
What game were you thinking of, Alex?
Yeah, well,
I was just thinking, just like because we played Midnight Murder Club. That was like a random one that we played.
We didn't play it for more than 5 hours.
Did we not?
No. I was interested.
There's no way we played for that 5 hours.
I played it for like 2 or 3.
I definitely couldn't play. It just won't let me.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, fellas?
Don't think so.
No.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for watching. We shall see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.